Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Ref the District. I'm Nathan Perry. That's the Stoner, and we're bringing you the best content here on Washington sports. Specifically today, we'll be talking about the Washington Commanders. That is right. It is going to the big city, the Big Apple, New York Giants, hosting our Commanders this week. We'll talk about how Washington can win this game and keep this win streak going. 4 in a row. We'll see how that goes. During the post game, we will be bringing you the Ref the District Season of Giving. You might have noticed that little hat I'm wearing. That is for our Season of Giving. We'll be doing the raffle on that during the cool down. After the raffle, we'll be going back to some of that great Washington content and giving you some game predictions in the form of our Dolla bets. See what we have in store. How many yards is Daniel Jones going to run for?
126.
That is not happening. I'm definitely pounding the under on that one. Okay. And then during the warm-up here, we're going to be giving our last thoughts on the game against the Atlanta Falcons. Again, another W here for the Commanders. And then also talk about how the national media is starting to recognize the Commanders as a threat, as a potentially good team. It's been a while since that's happened. Is that a good thing? And also we've noticed a lot more people are rocking the burgundy and gold all around the DMV. Get our thoughts on that as well. All here on Ref the District, episode 97. Of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you that we were sponsored by Skybar. Make sure you hit up our man Trev, who's not currently here. He'll be skating in, I'm sure, here in just a little bit. But head down to Lexington, Virginia. Get yourself a drink on us. All you have to do is mention Ref the District to Trev, and he'll hook you up with the first drink on us. We'll take care of that. Now, of course, we're also sponsored by Pacers Running for Every Run and Manscaped. Get 20% off by going to manscaped.com and using the code REF. More on both of those later. And now our man Trev, as promised, is here.
What are you wearing, Nathan?
I'm wearing my
Hey!
I know I got to sit back a little bit. Let me see if I can adjust, make the camera go back and me get closer to the microphone. There we go. So now people can see why I have a white frillo to my thing. But this is for, again, for our audio listeners, because we do put this on your favorite audio platforms after we stream live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at 7:30 on Wednesdays. And so for our audio listeners, I am wearing a Santa Claus hat, and this is for Season of Giving. That, again, is going to be happening at the cool down. So stay around for that one. So we got lots of people already in the chat. I know Tommy T was in there earlier. We got Gus Bus, Commandalorian, my mom. We got EP in there, Michael, Trout, Mike Lee, Rail, Smitty Jr., Shelly Mance, all in there. We got less than 60 from Smitty Jr. I'm still taking the under. I don't think he's even gonna get to 60. But we'll talk about that during the game and the cool down. Let's get to our last thoughts about the Atlanta Falcons, namely you, Trev, because you're the one who wasn't here for the day after reckoning. What were your thoughts on that game?
Oh, man. My thoughts on that game? Another heart attacker, another nerve-wracking edge of the seat. I want to puke, crap my pants, pee on myself. I hate those. But hey, we're 7-5. I thought we ran the ball effectively. I thought our game plan for the weather was very appropriate. Some of the throws were not, of course, because it's Taylor Heineke, but it is what it is. I thought we play. Our defense is ridiculous, you guys. That's the catalyst. That's the enforcer. It's the finisher. It's literally the whole entire football team right now. It's the defense. So although we are winning, to be realistic, we got to score points, guys.
We got to score points.
We got to score points because
defense can't keep doing this.
Exactly. We can't keep doing this. We're exhausting our defense right now, and luckily they just keep finding a way to get it done and taking it home. But if we want to go into the next football season, which is the playoffs, we got to score points. So.
You're not wrong. It was nice seeing Baldy do a breakdown on the defensive line play and giving them a little bit of boost, because this was kind of the game where Washington's run defense was a little exposed. Now, I think that is a little bit of a overreaction.
Oh, real quick.
Oh, yes, sir.
You notice anything different, Nathan?
Your chain?
Nope.
Oh, you got some scruff there. Look at that.
Nope. What about now? What about now? How about now? Can you tell anything now?
Yeah,
How's it sound?
Sound.
I got my microphone cord fixed. So
look at that. That's what it is. I'm looking at Trev for our audio listeners. Trev is literally starting to make love with the camera.
I knew it. I was like,
and I was just like, what is he doing? I'm like, am I missing something in the background? As he's got his
my mic is back.
Yes, we much appreciate that. No more burgundy and gold. And I saw that you guys got linked up. You guys were synced on the live view. So look at that. We're improving all the way around here on Ref the District.
All right, that's all I want to say.
Defense, back to the defense.
Yeah.
So Baldy did a breakdown on them and was praising them. And I thought that was pretty good because it looked like they were exposed. Now, I do believe that to be an overreaction. I think that Atlanta just has a good rushing attack. They were attacking us in a way that other teams haven't. And that's a little bit surprising because one of those teams that does have a quality running quarterback is the Philadelphia Eagles, but we shut them down. Mm-hmm. But something about the Atlanta, it was just like their play design and the fact that they kept going outside and Washington wasn't containing. And then when after they're done going outside, then they were able to open up that middle. And so it was good to see that they were doing some things right. And spoiler alert, I think they're going to fix that for this Giants game.
It was like opposite because like Philly, like they didn't really run necessarily that many RPOs or specific Jalen Hurts style plays, and we kind of contained him from escaping the pocket. Atlanta, we didn't really let him escape the pocket, but they did have design plays for Mariota, and that's what killed us. So it was different, but I do believe that we will fix that for New York.
How about this?
What?
In the games that Washington has won this year, they've played Jacksonville and Trevor Lawrence, Chicago and Justin Fields, Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers, who are 4-8, Indy and Sam Ehlinger, Philly and Jalen Hurts, that legit, Houston and Davis Mills, and Atlanta and Marcus Mariota. That's who you've beaten this year. So temper our, this defense is the best of all time.
Oh yeah.
No. Overreaction in that way. This is just
temper expectations.
This is just like 2020 when the defense was a top 5 defense because they were playing Nick Mullins and they were playing Danucci and Andy Dalton and guys like that.
Well, Andy Dalton's a starter. I don't care what you say.
But Daniel Jones,
starter.
He's none of those guys, right? He's not good.
But why is he always good against us?
He's not always.
He's not.
He's had 1 or 2 good games.
Yeah, a lot of people remember him throwing for 5 touchdowns or running for 95 yards. And those were 2 separate games, but he really hasn't actually played all that well against Washington. But we just remember the fact that the other stat to this, he was at one point 4-0 against the Washington franchise.
Yeah. But
Taylor Heineke hasn't lost to him yet. That's something our friend Yam has shared. So
last year we went 2-0 against the Giants, right? We beat them in that first Thursday night game with the missed the field goal, but then got an extra chance at a field goal, and then we beat them late in the year. I believe, if my memory serves me correct.
That's correct. We beat them in the final week of the year, which a lot of people were upset with because it moved us down the draft board.
So the quarterbacks we're beating. Yeah. Look at who the teams we've lost to, and I'm doing this mostly on memory. Jared Goff, Cooper Rush, Who else we lost to? Kirk Cousins, right?
Jalen
That's
Hurts.
3 losses. Jalen Hurts is 4 losses.
And
Ryan
Tannehill.
Tannehill. Right. So, I mean, we haven't played a murderer's row. So I'm just saying we got to temper our expectations with this defense. I don't think we have to worry about it so much in these next 2 games, but we just got to temper our expectations when we go up against a good quarterback who could throw all over the field on this team.
I think where all the expectations are coming for like this excitement is because we started off the season ready to fire Jack Del Rio and dismantle our defense and ready to bench Jamin Davis, and now everything is turned around.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I think the excitement's coming from.
And there's no doubt that the guys on these other teams they're still professionals. They're still out there trying to kick your butt up and down the field.
You get benched for Kyle Allen, you might as well just go and retire.
Right. But they're still out there. You still have to play well against them, and they have. Yeah. They played extremely well. We just have to temper our expectations.
You're also forgetting, yes, the QBs haven't been great, but the rushing attacks for some of these teams have been outstanding.
Right.
And the defense has held its own. There was a couple of games that it got away from them, Detroit, namely this last game against Atlanta. But again, I saw the comment there. It was a wet field. That changes a little bit of the dynamics there. So their defense is holding its own. Top 5 might be a bit out of reach, but they're doing pretty well. That game against Atlanta was good. Definitely another nerve-wracking game. You're absolutely right, Trev. Down to the wire, tipped pass by Daron Payne, intercepted by your man, Kendall Fuller.
Hey.
He's been listening to you. He just need a little bit of criticism from our man, Trev. That's what we need to do.
You know how easily he could have not caught that cleanly, that interception, and given them a 3rd down and another chance to score? You know how easily that could have happened, and we've seen it thousands of times, but he didn't. It's amazing.
You know how easily Daron Payne could have decided not to try and bat the pass down and just try to bull rush instead, and game over. Like,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it came together right there at the end, and guys made plays. We always say we need somebody to step up, make a play, and those 2 guys did on that last play. They stepped up and they made a play. Big time plays, big time.
Well, not only are we recognizing it, but a lot of analysts are talking about it. In fact, Joshua here, every single ESPN show, including Good Morning Football, is finally talking positively about the Commanders. This is awesome. I'm seeing it up and down the timeline. Everybody's jumping in on the Commanders bandwagon, and that includes our own community. DMV fans are showing up in force in burgundy and gold. What's your take with both? Let's break it down one at a time here. What's your take on the national media getting behind Washington for probably the first time in years?
About damn time.
Well, about darn time that Washington actually strung together.
Yeah, for both. Yeah.
The best 7-game stretch in the NFL currently.
It feels good to be in the national spotlight without the name Daniel Snyder attached to it, or, no, I'm not trying to, or anything else in that nature attached to it. It's nice that we're in national about what's all happening on the field and only on the field, and not what's happening off the field. We can't escape what's happening off the field for some reason. It seems like we always want to make news for that, good or bad, but it's really nice to hear about the on-the-field product. That's my opinion.
Stoner, what about you?
I get the same thing that you just put up there from who was that? Was that Gus Bus? I missed that.
Gus Bus getting dapped.
Yeah, I'm getting the same thing. I'm getting, if I'm walking around in the city and I've got this, this thing on right here, people are saying something.
Yeah.
They're saying, hey, love that. Hey, let's go. Hey, things like that.
Commanders. I'm like, I know.
They're talking about us.
Jeff Bezos buying the team. I'm like, I don't know. We're 7-5. Like, I don't care.
Right.
We're set.
That's right.
Let's just win football games at this point and see where it goes. That's kind of what Michael's saying here, though. We're still 4th in the division. Let's not buy into any of this media BS.
But I can't remember where they were talking about possibly a division having all 4 teams make the playoffs.
Well, that's never happened, obviously.
It's never happened, but like I've never even heard the conversation to where it could happen. So us being 4th is like, but
You may be 4th in our own division, but we're 7th overall in the conference. That's
awesome.
That's the way you can look at it.
And trending upward is the important part
Yeah.
in all of this. This was a 1-4 team, and people are starting to get behind there. And Smitty, it was that loud at the stadium. Absolutely. I mentioned it on Monday's show. It was probably the best crowd that I've heard in a long time. I haven't been to the games for the last couple seasons, but it was just rocking. The vibe was good. I know it was the Sean Taylor game. I think that played a little part into it. It was a smaller crowd than usual. I don't know if Atlanta fans just didn't travel up because of the weather, whatever the case may be. It ended up being an excellent crowd that we had, and it was bumping right after that interception. We were losing our dang minds. We sung, na 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 na. as you just saw after that interception, just Atlanta fans were just vacating. Everyone's just like, nope, gonna beat the traffic. You're not gonna ever beat the traffic at FedEx Field. It was great.
If we beat the Giants this week.
There we go. He already starting with
listen. I say if we beat the Giants this week, FedEx, the next game against the Giants will probably be the biggest, most raucous crowd since 2012.
Yeah, since RG3's run the Minnesota Vikings game.
It's probably, I don't even think they had those bigger crowds when Kirk Cousins was leading us to the playoffs. We didn't really believe in what was going on. So I think if we can beat the Giants, then that next Giants game is going to be amazing at FedEx, which, by the way, the 3 Yahoos you see on the screen will be there.
It's going to be pretty sweet that week.
It's going to be so sweet for real.
That it will be. And I think that, like you said, Stoner, we're going to be joined by a lot because the good vibes are coming. I think a lot of it does happen with the fans, not with the media necessarily. I think the media is starting to get behind the product that's on the field.
Yeah.
And the fans are getting behind the product because the prospect that Dan Snyder isn't going to be the owner. And I think that just brings some excitement. You guys remember going to training camp last year, and even though the Snyders were still in charge, there were just some good vibes coming out of camp, coming off that good defense and everything. And then it just kind of dovetailed, just like you called, Stoner. If they start losing games, it's gonna bite them in the behind. And that's exactly what happened. And that's kind of what we saw with the 1-4 start. But now they're 6-1 in the last 7 games. And though they haven't had, the Houston game was, I guess, a dominant win. And the Philly game was actually a pretty strong win. But most of these games are these nail biters. They've lost a couple of those. They've been on the wrong end of them. But, they're doing what they need to do to win these football games. And I think the fans are excited. They were just that B-Rob touchdown where he was he just absolutely bulldozed or cornerback. I forget his name, but he might want to make sure. I always don't remember his name.
Was that Terrell?
It was somebody.
AJ Terrell. I don't remember for sure, but
yeah, whoever it was, he posterized him in a very, very sad way for him and his family, and then just ended up dragging another person into the pylon there. So again, the crowd was great. People are loving it. Brian Robinson is getting some love, and not just because he's coming up off of being shot. I saw a tweet earlier today. I wish I could remember which fan had tweeted it, but they're like, let's all just agree Brian Robinson, comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you can do that, but okay, let's do it.
Why not?
It would be something. I think if he breaks 1,000 yards rushing, you kind of have to give him some consideration for some kind of award for that. I mean, probably just offensive rookie of the year, though that might have some stiff competition.
So guys, I got some. I'll go ahead and do that. The super chat, and then I'll.
Yep, super chat up here. Oh, that's too low. Let's get that. There we go. The Hawk TV with $1.99 donation. Giants' new name. Pipsqueaks, left hand up.
Yes, sir.
Commanders. So I know Stoner's a stats guy, but I found some stats.
Cool.
But they popped up on my.
Got tons of them.
Ben Standick reported this, I think, yesterday or
for Giants.
No, for us.
Oh, okay.
And this is gonna piggyback on why we're getting national recognition now. So our rankings since week 6 entering Monday Night Football.
Okay.
Monday. Our winning percentage, we're first in NFL at 0.857, so like 86%. Turnover margin, remember what it used to be?
Mm-hmm.
We're now first at +7. Dude,
Wow.
that's wild.
During that time.
Before
right?
Monday night of
Yep.
like this past Monday. Time of possession margin, we're second at 7 minutes and 6 seconds. Points allowed, third at 15.43 points per game.
Yeah.
Yards allowed, we're third in the NFL with 284 yards. Penalties, remember all those undisciplined back-to-back DPIs and William Jackson hugging everybody? We are now fifth at about 4.86 penalties per game. And a 3-and-out percentage on offensive drives, we're fourth at 23. So, I mean, like...
yeah, they're doing...
right there.
Most of those are defensive numbers, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's what has fueled this team over the last 7 weeks. And I think you're right, Trev. This offense is going to need to step it up. It's going to need to step it up because the defense cannot continue to do what they're doing. I mean, maybe they can, but it's just kind of, you would bet against that because it's so hard to do that week after week after week.
It's already started. You saw how Atlanta started running on us. They were double teaming Duron and John Allen, and
they were double teaming Duron Payne, teaming Jonathan Allen, and daring the linebackers and defensive backs to make a tackle.
And that's just Atlanta. If we go to the playoffs and meet Philly again, or if we meet, Tampa Bay or somebody else that has more competent running backs, and we got all this film out, we're going to have to rely on Taylor Heineke or whoever's back there to score some points, man.
Yeah. So. Well, I mean, that's why normally you don't see teams with average to below average quarterbacks advancing that far in the playoffs because that's when you do have to rely on your quarterback to make plays. They just can't do it consistently enough. Every once in a while, a Nick Foles will slip through in the playoffs, a Trent Dilfer or whatever, they'll slip through somehow. But normally it's the Tom Brady's and the Russell Wilsons and the Patrick Mahomes and all of that. Those are the ones.
Taylor Heineke's.
Yeah, Taylor Heineke.
He shows up in big games. That's
everybody does. It's part
Mike
of the team
here. And that the Giants game might get flexed to Sunday Night Football, and Taylor Heineke always shows up for primetime games. I mean, he didn't end up with the W against Tampa, but his lone playoff game, he showed up.
Oh my God.
He showed up.
You never showed up. 52 other players. Okay,
that's right.
Half of them were dressed and half of them weren't. So,
well, this time I think that we actually have a more talented team. We did ask on our community page about the turnaround from 1-4 to 7-5. Who gets the most credit and why? And Ron Rivera at 45% is getting most of the love. Although there's a lot of love and talk about the defense and Jack Del Rio. Some people saying Scott Turner's holding us back. He only got 3% of the votes, which was behind other.
I think that's terrible.
Heineke's getting some love in the chat. A lot of people upset he wasn't even added. I imagine that's going to be the most of the other aspect. Yeah, I wouldn't say Heineke, and I do think Scott Turner gets a bad rap. I think that he's getting people open. He's doing what this offense can do, but I think overall you got to look at Ron Rivera and his team and what he's put together to include the coaching staff and sticking with Heineke, even though Wentz is coming back and healthy, even though now there's kind of rumors that he might go back to Wentz. We'll see how all that ends up happening. But
let me ask you guys this real quick.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a certain point in the season where whenever it was 1-4 to whenever, where either Ron Rivera or Scott Turner or whomever, they got together, the brain trust got together and said, what we're doing on offense is not working. We're going back and we're throwing the ball 40-something times a game and getting Carson Wentz killed. He's getting sacked 9 times in a game. We have to do something different. And they made a concerted effort to play 3 tight ends at a time, 2 tight ends at a time, run the ball as much as they possibly can. Whether they're getting big chunks or not, they stuck with it time after time, getting 50 rushes, 40 rushes, all this stuff. Not throwing the ball too much, limiting Taylor Heineke's chances to ruin a drive, right? That's where they get credit, because they decided what's not working is now we have to change. And they did that. And we've seen a complete change in the offense and how they operate. So they have to, to me, they have to get the credit. And I would have selected Scott Turner as the guy who gets most of the credit for this, because he's just decided we can't throw the ball 40 times a game. It's not going to work. We're going to be 1-4. And then the next 5 games, we're going to be 1-4. So let's bring in 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends, and let's pound the ball, pound the ball, pound the ball.
I'm going to give it to solely on Ron Rivera.
Just solely? Okay.
Why?
I don't know about solely.
Why? He is literally the only one that pretty much came out and said, relax, chill out. We're going to get it figured out. Year 3 is a turning point. This and that, this and that. He got rid of Sam Mills, whatever. He made that change. He brought on Ryan Kerrigan, not as a visitor, but as a part of the staff now. He made JDR delete his social media. JDR woke up and decided to coach a defense, and now look at us. Scott Turner's been with Taylor Heineke for a lot of years, and I'm pretty sure he wants to throw the ball a lot. But Ron's like, no, I'm old school. We have capable running back room. We're going to ground and pound. I've seen enough of Taylor before. I saw it last year. I saw it this year. We'll make that change. Scott's been with Taylor, so Scott probably wanted to throw the ball, but Ron was like, nah, dog.
Not a good idea.
Calm down a little bit. So
he's the one that keeps saying Heineke is a roller coaster.
Yeah, and he's being honest, and he's taking all these hits of Dan Snyder selling the team, his mother passing away, the Sean Taylor debacles this season, name change, cancer, COVID. Like, he's done so much in 3 years to turn this franchise around. I think he gets like the majority of the credit just for that. Because
if they make the playoffs this year, that's 2 out of 3 years that he's been here. They made the playoffs.
Exactly.
All of a sudden, he's gone from the worst coach in the NFL.
That's
all
what,
of a sudden,
see?
you got to give him an extension,
saying, bro. Because every now and then, Scott Turner likes to get in his bag, like, oh, Ron's not looking.
yeah. Ron wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, and then we run a screen like midfield or like in our own territory,
screen
or like a reverse screen. So it's like, hold on, Scott, like chill out. Or we're running ground, pound. It's like, you know what? Let's take a 5-step drop and air it out.
Turner offense, though, right? Turner offense loves so you set up those play action deep bombs. We just don't have necessarily deep bomb arm to go with it. We do got ourselves another donation, though. $4.99 from the Command This Podcast EP up there had shared their link. Make sure you go check them out. Great group of guys there. A couple of them made some donations for what I'm wearing this hat for as well. I believe this is going to be Steve here. Says they took the game out of Taylor Heineke's hands.
That's right.
It's the perfect game plan. That's why many people think Carson could operate in this manner.
I think so too. And then if Carson comes in and takes the chances that we see Taylor makes, at least there's a little more hope that the ball gets there and it won't be picked.
As long as they stick to the same game plan that they've been using.
Yes.
Don't go back to what they were doing at the beginning of the year.
No.
Stick with we're going to throw the ball 20 to 25 times, even if it's Carson Wentz.
We don't need MVP.
They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that.
We don't need MVP Carson.
They would open up the playbook again. We'd see those 7-step drops again. And then we'd probably see Taylor Heineke coming back again.
Right.
And the QB carousel here in Washington. It will be Taylor Heineke, though, against the New York Giants. And are we going to win that game? All that's going to be coming up here on The Game.
The Game is brought to you by Pacers Running Stores. Pacers has 5 stores in Northern Virginia and DC. For the best running footwear, apparel, and gear, just stop by or schedule a virtual fitting with the best running experts in the business. Pacers Running exists to help as many people as possible through running. For every run, it's Pacers Running.
Big shout out to Pacers Running for every run, for making a donation for our season of giving. They are giving away a $140 gift card to their store. As we shared there in the thing, you can get a free fitting, get that right pair of shoes. They'll set you up, no pressure, and which one you're going to get. They want to make sure that you're taken care of. That's Pacers Running for every run. Yes, George is calling us out here. He's like, wait. Most of you guys were ripping our whole coaching staff. What
Come
happened?
on.
They turned it around, George.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
right.
Literally, that's all it is.
That's fair. When you're losing, you rip them. When you're winning, you praise them.
I
Give
agree
credit
with
where credit is due. And I think I was one that never, like, I gave Scott Turner a couple of no-goes, but I have always talked about Scott Turner being able to turn it around, and I like the schemes, and I like what he's doing. He does get a little too cute sometimes. And there's definitely a lot of times where it's just like, come on, Scott, run the ball.
Yeah.
But also when you go back and you dissect Taylor's plays, his bad plays, his interceptions or almost interceptions and such, when you look at him, you see Scott has designed a fantastic play and he's got wide open dudes, but Taylor Heineke can't make the play.
It's like he almost
throw
does
to the right guy.
So he can wake himself up like, all right, get that out of the way. Now I can play. But it's like, no, bro, just wake up like that when the game.
Right.
Wake up on game day, ready to go. Game day is going to be this Sunday against the Giants in New Jersey. How do you guys feel about this game? How do you feel about it, Trev?
I'm nervous, bro. This is the most nervous I've been all season.
Really?
Because this is the most we've ever had to play for all season. I mean, it is. We're in the picture. The national media is talking about us. We're starting to get recognition. We're getting positive stuff on the field. We're winning. Players are stepping up. Chase Young, we're doing this all without Chase Young. We're doing this all without Terry McLaurin on, like, I mean, we're doing it with him, but, like, you know, he's not, like, featured every game as much as he should be. We're just making things happen with some of the players that we have. So I'm nervous. It's a divisional game. We always play the Giants close, no matter who's quarterbacking and who's on the roster. This is for the marbles, our playoff position, or at least an inkling to see how our season can shape up. Like, what else? What do we need to do after this week in order for us to make it?
How about this, Trev? This might be a hot take, and I want to see what you think about it. And I believe this. This is not a must-win game. This is not a must-win game. If, again, just playing this out, you lose this game, and you're 7-6, and the Giants are 8-4.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if you come back and win the next game, okay, then you are 8-6, and they could be, because I believe they play in that off week. I think they play Philly.
Yeah.
I'm not 100%. I would have to look at it again.
You're playing the Giants? I can pull up their schedule.
Yeah, the Giants, who they play while we're off.
They play the Eagles in 12.
Yeah, so they could easily lose that game, obviously. And you come back and you beat them the next time, then you're both 8-6 again. Okay, so it's not a must-win. Now, of course, you have to worry about Seattle behind you, right? You have to worry about the other teams that are behind you trying to get that 7th spot. It's not a must-win. Of course, you want to win, but if you look at it, if you look at the big picture, this particular week is not a must-win. But you want to win, obviously, every game to solidify your playoff spot.
I think it's a must-win because I don't want to have to worry about what other teams need to do for us to.
Well, yeah, sure, but that means every game's a must-win.
Well, I think this game puts us in a better position just because of our division, like, and how tight it is to be that 3rd spot to get in the wild card. And I think because I don't trust it. I don't want to split. I want to sweep the Giants.
Well, of course. Yeah, you want to.
The Giants would definitely go a long way to getting into the playoffs. But is it going to be necessary? How many wins do you think you're going to need to get to the playoffs?
10. You're going to need 10 wins.
Need 10.
9's not going to do it.
And that's why we can't afford to split, because then we play San Francisco, who, guys, they're scary.
Oh,
Their
yeah, for sure.
Is redonkulous. Cleveland, Deshaun Watson's back. That's all I have to say about that. So he'll be the best quarterback we faced, probably, outside Jalen Hurts, just based off history. And then Dallas again. And like Michael said, we don't want to end up Dallas being a must-win.
Right. Well,
so
I'm not saying that it's okay to lose. I'm not saying that you don't want to win this game.
Right.
I'm not saying, but in terms of what it means for the rest of the year and in getting into the playoffs, this is not the game that you have to win. Of course, that makes the next game a must win. It makes the game after that a must win. And the one after that a must win. But this one is not one of those.
Against the wall, because if you're saying that they need 10 victories, Stoner, if they lose this one against the Giants,
it's gonna be hard.
They have to go 3-1.
Win 3-1 out of those last ones, and I think we can all agree that would be very difficult to do. That's why I think a lot of people are like, you can't lose against the Giants. You have to sweep the Giants to give yourself a chance, because then you just have to go 1 and 2 against the 49ers, Browns, and Cowboys. You just need to win one of those.
And the Browns
into the playoffs. Yeah, the 49ers, Browns, and Cowboys. The what we're looking at on the playoff side of things is right now Washington is the 7th seed. Seattle's right behind them at 6-5, and that is really it. The rest of the teams all have 4 victories, except for Atlanta, who Washington just beat. So it's effectively a 2-game win, hold over them. We got obviously we got actual 2 games, but now that we have the tiebreaker, so it's actually they have to win 3 games more than that they have right now, because they're 5-7, we're 7-5. So even if they win 2, we lose 2, we still hold the tiebreaker. So they'd have to win an extra one, and we have to lose an extra one. That's pretty good. So you're really in the race with Seattle or San Francisco. Both San Francisco 7-4, but I think a lot of people have more faith in San Francisco, given on recent history and everything, than Seattle and what Geno Smith is doing. Comeback player, from those who were putting that in the chat earlier. All that aside, so
future Commanders quarterback Geno Smith. Go ahead.
Well, let's.
You need to take that back right now.
Hey, it's gonna happen.
Seattle then has to. That means Seattle has to win. If you're saying 10 games, Seattle has to win 4 more games. They play the Rams, Panthers, 49ers, Chiefs, Jets, and Rams.
So they could.
That's not easy.
4 games is probably not the worst schedule to have to win 4 games against.
Yeah,
49ers. And I'd say Jets.
Can you say this like a level 5 must win? Can you say that? I think.
You're at that point of the year. You're in the last playoff spot. Okay, so you're hanging on. So that's there's 5 games left. There's 6 for some. There's 5 games left for us, right? So, and there's 6 left for others, right? So it's just not a must win. I get it. You want to win. You don't want to put pressure on you for the next game and the next game and the next game. Yeah, it's a must win to avoid must wins. Yes. That doesn't mean that makes this a must win.
Why not?
Because the next one would then be a must win. If you win that, then you're back into the driver's seat.
So if we win Sunday, going to bye, is the Giants game at home, is that a must win?
If you win this one,
yeah, and
then you go on a bye,
yeah,
then it definitely would not be.
So then this was a must win.
No, it's not. Because if you lose,
I'm saying you got to go 1-1 at least against the Giants.
You got to go 3-2 in the next 5.
That's
and if
that
hard,
means
you
bro.
lose this one, then you got to win that 3 out of 4. I get that that makes other games must wins. Obviously,
this offense can't score right now. We cannot score on 49ers. We won't be able to. Dallas won't be able to.
I mean, you're right. You're right. Those are a couple of losses, but I'm just saying, just don't freak out if they lose.
Now I'm freaking out
in terms of the rest of the year.
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
Looking down the road, let's talk about how Washington can win this game. Whether or not it's a must win, whether or not it's going to be necessary to make the playoffs. We're going to figure all that out probably with this team and week 18 against Dallas. Okay. It's going to come down to the wire more than likely, which means that Dallas game is going to be bumping. But this game against the Giants right now, how is Washington going to win? This is a team that, a lot of people get this feeling like they've had our number, even though we swept them last year. Daniel Jones is 4-1 against us as a starter. He's had a 95-yard rushing game, a 73-yard rushing game. He's thrown for 5 touchdowns. in one game.
Okay.
What is Washington going to do to win this game? Stoner, you
Very-
look like you're ready.
Very, very simple. Very
Yep.
simple game plan. Whether you can execute it or not, it's a very simple game plan. In the 7 wins for the Giants,
Yes.
okay, Daniel Jones has attempted 27 passes. In the 4 losses, he's attempted 37 passes, right? And in the 7 wins, Saquon Barkley is averaging 114 yards a game. 114. And in the 4 losses, he's averaging 48 yards a game. Okay? Very simple. Stop Saquon Barkley, make Daniel Jones throw the ball, you win the game. It's really that simple.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they did. Or that's what the game plan was against Atlanta. That's what it was against Philly. You stop the run. That's what it was against Tennessee, even though they lost. That's what it was against Indy, right? That's what it was against Chicago. You stop the team from running.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, make their quarterback drop back and throw, which they can't do consistently well enough. That's how you beat them. It's really that simple. You've got to stop Saquon Barkley. And Daniel Jones' rushing numbers are kind of all over the place, wins and losses. There was no sort of pattern that I could find on that. He had games where he'd rush for 95 yards and they'd lose, and he had games where he'd rush for 6 yards and they'd win.
Mm-hmm.
And he had games where he rushed for 10 yards and they'd lose. There was no pattern to that. The pattern was every game that they lost was because the other team stopped Saquon Barkley.
Who are those against the losses? Who are the losses?
That's a good question because I have that right here.
I know you do.
Which is really telling also about how even these two teams are. Okay, because Washington, the opponent's record of the teams that they've won, the opponent's records are 31, 48, and 2. And for the Giants, it's 30, 49, and 1.
Okay.
So they basically beaten a bunch of bad teams.
Mm-hmm.
They've beaten a good team kind of here and there, like Washington beat Philly. They beat Baltimore, right? So all that. So, the teams they lost to.
Yeah.
Wait, I do have that here. Sorry. All right. So the last 2 games, they lost to Dallas.
Okay.
Right? And they lost to Detroit.
They're 1-3 in the last 4 games that they've played.
Okay.
In between there, that one win, Houston. Right?
Welcome to
Then the other loss was to Seattle, which, tiebreaker, if it comes down to it, that's going to be a big deal. And then the other game is also Dallas, the first time they played.
All right. So we're going to be another really good run defense that they're going to face, pretty much is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Giants right now are looks like 6th in rushing behind the Bears, Eagles, Falcons, and by the way, the Browns up there for a future opponent. Ravens number 2 in there, but we didn't play them, so I just read off the teams that Washington has played and will play. But the Giants right there at 151 rushing yards per game. Definitely a potent rushing attack that we're going to have up against again.
When they lost to Dallas last week, Saquon Barkley had 11 rushes for 39 yards. When they lost to Detroit, 15 rushes, 22 yards. When they lost to Seattle, 20 rushes, 53 yards. And when they lost to Dallas the first time, 14 for 81. So in their 4 losses, he hasn't rushed for 100 yards. But he's got these other games, 152, 110, 146, 164. Those are all in wins. You got to stop Saquon Barkley. End of story.
Yep.
Offensively, you're just going to have to kind of keep doing what you've been doing, which is not a lot, but enough to outscore the opponent. But stop Saquon Barkley. It's that simple.
So Washington's defense has been holding teams to 108 yards rushing. I mentioned the 151 for the Giants. Trevor, which one gives? Does the rushing defense come into play, or do the Giants do what they do and put up 150 yards on the ground against the Commanders?
Nah, bro, our rushing defense is on one right now. That's what's going to happen. We're going to allow less than 100 yards rushing. We had the same fear with Dameon Pierce coming into the game, and what happened? He's Jonathan Taylor. What happened?
Cordero Patterson.
What happened?
Derrick Henry.
What happened? They won, but he ain't do nothing.
Well, he did all right.
He had 100 yards.
But he wasn't like
He wasn't 200-yard Derrick.
No highlight worthy plays. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? No, so, and then Philly's run game combined. So, like, I'm a stoner. We just got to stop the run. Daniel Jones will have one here and there because it's football. You can't be perfect. But we stop Saquon Barkley and make Daniel Jones go back to the narrative that he had before the season, which was Danny Dimes, turnover worthy, which he's been doing a great job of this year, a better job at least. We need to go back to what he was before that, and we win the game. Because I don't know who he's throwing to. Like, Wan'Dale Robinson was his best receiver, I guess, and he's done for the year. Kenny Galladay is here or there, but he's there. He's not there. Sterling Shepard's done.
Slayton is their number one guy, but yeah,
and they're getting. I saw like somebody said they're getting healthy, and they are getting a lot of players back healthy. But
they are.
This is a defense and a team that I would not want to, come back in my first action of being healthy with, because you're still hurt. Let's be real. You're just
not as hurt.
Play, but yeah, you're just not 100%, but you can play. And our defense, our team is on a roll right now. And
they could be getting back their starting center, their starting guard, their starting tackle, their starting tight end. Okay, that's 4 guys on the offensive line.
Yeah, that's huge, but
that is pretty big.
I have the injury report up right now.
Yeah, Jonathan Allen, Smith Williams, Montez Sweat. They haven't faced them boys yet.
Would you want to be Evan Neal or Tyre Phillips or
Evan Neal really wasn't that good of a year anyway.
Feliciano, whatever his name is. These guys got neck injuries and knee injuries, and they're going to be up against Ron Payne and Montez Sweat and Jonathan Allen. You want to come back from those kind of injuries and have to face a tank like those guys? It's going to be an interesting game. Like I said, I do have the injury report right here. We'll go with the Giants as we're talking about them and getting healthy. They did have several did not practice. Gary Brightwell, Josh Ezadu, Adoree Jackson, Richie James, Shane Lamo, Daniel Bellinger was light play. And this now we're going to go into the light plays here. Dane Belton, Carter Coughlin, Joe Feliciano. That's what I said. I've heard it both ways, Stoner. Cordell, Darnay Holmes, Fabian Monroe.
Hey, revenge game, I think somebody said on Twitter.
Yeah,
Leonard Williams on the defensive line there, and then full practice for Evan Neal and Tyre Phillips. And that's how theirs is shaping up. Obviously, it's Wednesday, lots of practice left, which is what we're hoping to hear some good things from, but probably not going to hear some good things on these first few players that I'm going to list that did not practice today. That's Dax Milne, Benjamin St. Juste, and Trey Turner. Any of these worry you?
No. Sure. Absolutely they worry you. When you're the starting guard, the strength of their defense is their defensive line, kind of like ours is. Right? They've got beasts on that defensive line. Leonard Williams, Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, and then they're getting Ojulari back, who at the beginning of the year or last year was an absolute stud. So they've got 4 D linemen, starting linemen, that are a problem. And so if your not so great offensive lineman is missing a not so great piece, that's going to be trouble. So just watch out for that. Their defensive line is
they've got a good defense. Their defense is no slouch there, Trevor.
I'm not saying it's not, but it's not like we haven't faced a no slouch defensive line before when we're missing a key piece.
Now, where they are weak is their rush defense isn't nearly as strong as Washington's.
We've put out so many different combinations of offensive line, and I'm at the point where it's like, okay, big whoop. I mean, it's Trey Turner. We were calling for his job week 1 through 6, and then he got lost some weight and came back, and he's been doing okay, but it's Trey Turner. It's not. I mean, we've got Sadiq Charles who's played there. Wes Schweitzer's back. He can come back, and that's more depth.
Man, right there.
We're talking about putting Cosme in the right guard position with his banged up hand and putting Lucas on the right tackle. So, I'm not worried about it.
That's what happened in practice today. Was actually Cosme was playing right guard.
Yeah,
Trey Turner wasn't there. So
now, if it was if we had a Quentin Nelson or a Trent Williams or a Tristan Wirfs, then I'd be like, yeah, okay. But it's Trey Turner. We'd be all right.
Well, I know, but if you don't like him, what does that mean his backup is?
We already know.
He's
It's
worse
either
than
Conley, Schweitzer, Lucas. It's nothing new.
Okay.
There's been a lot of lines.
I'd be worried about it.
there.
I'm not. It's Trey Turner.
The
He didn't
line,
do nothing when he was in there. What did he do when he was in there? Let's be honest. What do you do?
Yeah.
he
Okay.
didn't get called for
Right.
that many penalties.
Who's been getting recognition in PFF on offensive line?
Now,
Cornelius Lucas, not Trey Turner. We'll be fine.
now, you're right, and now you're putting in a guy worse than him. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, we'll be fine.
Now, Benjamin St-Juste is the biggest name because he
We'll be
is
fine.
starter on the defense.
We got Kendall Fuller. We'll be fine.
Command this saying if there was ever a game Benjamin St-Juste can miss, it's this one. Let him rest
agree with
for 2
that.
weeks and then get back for the next Giants game.
I agree with that. They do not have big time threats because Tony's gone. They traded Tony, and like you said, Wan'Dale Robinson is out for the year. Who knows what's going on with Galladay and his head and all that.
Yeah,
They just got to worry about. I mean, Richie James. Is he playing? He's done.
I think he's done. I think
He's
hurt.
done too. I mean,
He did not practice for his injury there with the knee.
okay. So yeah, I mean, there's not the big threats that you really have to worry about. So I agree with that. Let St-Juste sit for another week, and they were fine last week going up against that Atlanta receiving core, which doesn't scare you either.
No.
And they did fine, except for that last drive when they let that little shrimp get way downfield on them.
The Cole Holcomb, that's interesting.
Interesting in what way?
I can't believe I'm saying it, but like right now, I kind of like don't really miss him as much as I thought I was gonna miss him. And I don't know if it's because Jamin Davis is elevated and
He's definitely elevated. I think that we're just seeing that Cole Holcomb is just another piece. He's not the guy. He was never going to be the guy. He was just a
question now.
I don't want to call him a jag, but I mean he was decidedly mediocre, right?
So does that take him out of the extension sentence that goes along with the Ron?
Yeah, I don't-
Who's next for an extension?
No, but he's probably going to be a lot cheaper coming off an injury like this.
Sure.
We're going to get a big shout out to Chaotic here. $5 donation. Super chat is open. We always appreciate people supporting the channel directly here on our YouTube channel. Chaotic says, better believe the Giants DB saw that Robinson touchdown and might make this decision when they see him coming.
Yes.
Yes.
What's going on with Landon Collins? Is he not there?
He's there.
On the practice, right?
I was reading up on that. He's there, but they want other players to play and to see what else they have. Like,
Okay.
He's
I'd like to see Brian Robinson run him over.
he's kind of upset, but he's just happy to be a
I
part
like
of the team
Landon
and lead
Collins.
anyway. But he ain't getting no burn. They brought up some like a third stringer in place of him to let
Wow.
him play. He played like maybe 20 snaps like his first week there, but
And then that's it.
yeah.
Hmm.
I've got some more stats since I don't know why the
Finish
stats
up the
have. I'm
injury
excited.
report before you get to the stats there. We got Antonio Gibson, Tyler Larson, Logan Thomas, and
Oh,
Chase
yeah.
Young all limited. Is this the game Chase Young comes back?
No. He's going to be still because he was sick last week. That took away some of his conditioning. This is what they're saying. Okay. They can say all they want. They lie to us all the time, which is okay. I'm okay when you lie about
Or
injuries.
gamesmanship, right?
Right. I'm okay with that. They're just going to say that he lost some conditioning days because he was sick and all that other stuff. And they're going to say, let's hold him back. He'll be back in that Giants game at FedEx. That's when he'll be back.
I agree because there's no way. Yeah, the turf field rumors and ghosts are there, but like at the same time, what's the point? You don't play next week. Why would you put him out there? We've been
Give him
doing
that
fine
extra
without him right now.
They didn't want him practicing on the indoor bubble turf field. So
No.
why would they want him playing out on the Giants turf field? So I agree with that.
This far without him, keep him
Yeah.
after the bye.
I think that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah. So we'll be fine.
We'll see how it goes. I certainly would like to see him on the field, but I agree. You can wait. You can wait till it's a home game, and then I think you're going to see a lot of Chase Young jerseys out there at FedEx Field against the Giants. Should be a big excitement, just like this $9.99 donation from Joseph Pauly. Thank you very much for the donation
Appreciate
there,
you,
Joseph. Big love from everybody. Make sure if you haven't already, if you don't have the funds to donate, don't worry. All you have to do is hit that like button. That's a big thing. Subscribe to the channel. That makes sure other people get to see us, and that just helps out the channel without having to spend a dime. But we do appreciate all the money being sent our way. Much love, much appreciation for that. And I want to hear these stats that Trev has for us right now.
So I put them in the group chat, so you guys probably saw it. But back to the Brian Robinson. He is the highest graded rookie running back right now, according to PFF.
Mm-hmm.
And that's wild because this past game was pretty much like his breakout game, and he's been back for a few weeks now. And he is ahead of Damian Pierce, who we've heard all season about. We shut down. Tyler Algier, who we just faced last week, who had maybe one or two big runs, nothing really crazy. Kenneth Walker, Stoner's guy, who has a highlight every single week, like being a monster, angry runs on NFL Network. And then Rachaad White, who's taken Leonard Fournette's job down in Tampa Bay. Brian Robinson got shot in the leg, came back, had a breakout game, won since he's been back, and he's already like the highest graded rookie running back. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is. I agree. That is truly amazing.
It's just wild. And then I don't know if you're going to ask this or not, Nathan, but the X factor you normally do. Well, here's an X factor, I think, if it comes down to whatever. Special teams. And here's why. The Giants have fumbled 4 times on punt returns this year. 1 muff, 3 actual stripped fumbles by, we said, Richie James. And all were recovered by the opposing team. And since week 2, Richie James has no punt returns over 12 yards. So we can't score points. Our defense keeping us in the game. Comes down to a heart attack. That could be the X factor. Special teams.
Football Outsiders has Washington's special team unit ranked number 2.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive.
Nate Kazar deserves an extension tonight.
Yeah, why not, right?
Right. I mean,
Westway's been absolutely amazing. The Gunners have been helping out. And as far as the fumble, even if it's not Richie and the ball bounces, and that's very bad luck for the Giants, you expect them to get a little bit more of those. Although that particular play, I do think on like punt returns, if the person muffs it or gets hit and fumbles it, it's more than likely going to go to the punting team because the numbers are in their favor. But you know, still, that's some bad luck that they're losing that many. But these Gunners that we have can absolutely get down there to make the punt returners' life a living heck. And you expect just with the Dax Milne treatment when he's back there, you're just like, just fair catch it, just fair catch it. Don't do anything besides fair catch it. Just catch the ball. Or I guess he's been doing all right. Of course, he's injured, and you saw Alex come up. Serviceable, nothing great. Literally just came off the practice squad to serve that kick or that punt return role. A lot of talk about Jahan Dotson maybe doing that, but they took him up for Alex from the practice squad. Special teams unit though, just amazing.
Hold on, you didn't mention Joy Sly? He's part of the special teams unit that's number 2 ranked in the league.
Missing extra points, and then we'll talk.
Man, come on, Joey.
2 all year. That's it.
Crucial.
Huh?
I
definitely give him more flack than he deserves. The guy did make a 58-yarder a few weeks back ago,
and a 55
55-yarder. He's doing well. Try to make the Pro Bowl, Smitty. I'm going to be making some graphics for, before the end of Pro Bowl voting to make sure that we get people out there and hit those buttons. But Tressway, just underrated punter. I don't think he's gotten the recognition on like an all-pro status, but he has definitely been one of the better punters over the last 7 years or so. So let's get that man some love. Give him his flowers.
Here's another stat for you. You ready?
Yeah.
That's going to be a key to the game, or could be a key to the game. This is from beat reporter John Keim. The Giants allow 3.15 yards before contact per rush. 3rd worst in the NFL. And they allow 2.01 yards after contact, which is 4th worst.
Oh, B-Rob going to eat after
in
contact.
The NFL. So basically, it takes a little bit before somebody gets to you, and then they don't bring you down right away. So that's what you got to do on offense. You've got to run the Run the
Ball.
damn ball.
They're going right. Speaking of rushing,
That's a great stat, I thought, as well.
was this because we're bored, or is it a sign of something? Why do we work out 2 running backs?
Yeah, that was interesting.
Gibson having a foot injury, I think, is part reason why they do
That's
that.
probably why he didn't play that much second half, huh? Because that foot injury.
Yeah.
Remember, Stoner,
We
we
just
were
put
like,
Jonathan Williams in there. And
Yeah.
Jonathan Williams, I thought it was a lot because the game plan was bruising back up the middle against Atlanta. And so you got B-Rob, and then you spell B-Rob with Jonathan Williams, who is just another bruising back up the middle rather than Gibson, who's a little bit more shifty. But that foot injury is definitely something to watch out and see
I like Jordan Howard.
whether or not it affects his play. A couple decent names out there. I mean, these guys are out there for a reason, but
You need one of the Carolina guys.
Washington's offensive line can open up holes for anyone. I mean, if Jonathan Williams is out there, getting 12-yard rushes, with Stoner and I could probably fall forward for at least 3.
Well, can you teach Matt Ryan how to fall forward? You don't.
Right. Somebody. Hey, and the last stat I wanted to bring up, which is I meant to bring this up during the whole, is this a must win or not? The last 6 games that the Giants have, right? They have Washington twice, of course, which we're right now 7-5. Philadelphia, who's 10-1. They have Minnesota, who's 9-2. They've got Indy, who's only 4-7-1. Their last game, they got Philly again. They've got basically a brutal schedule.
Murder's Row
to end the year.
Indianapolis could beat them too.
That's why I say it's not. That's another reason why I say it's not a must win, because you're looking at the Giants possibly losing a few of those games. If you just go on paper, they should lose to Philly twice. They should lose to Minnesota, and they should lose 1 to us. So that's like 4 losses right there. That makes them 9-8. So,
and Stoner believes it's going to be 10 wins.
I think so.
To make the playoffs. We'll see. Let's get these game predictions in right now.
Are we gonna do predictions now? All right.
We'll do game predictions, and then we'll do the actual final score predictions right now. We'll do a lot more of our dollar after I mute this person who got a little too excited in the chat there. The bot getting ahead of themselves.
Wait, I asked them to be in the to be in this one. What was it? Oh yeah.
Stoner, right. Why don't you hit us with your score prediction first? And while we're giving ours, make sure you hit up that chat. Let us know who you have winning this game. Is it going to be the visiting Washington Commanders, the Burgundy Gold, getting another Burgundy and Gold W? Or is it going to be the New York Football Giants?
I think it's going to be very similar to what we saw this past week against Atlanta. There's going to be a lot of running, not much passing. Clock's going to move quick. Possessions are going to be a little bit more important because you're going to have less of them because you are running so much, and the clock's going to be moving quite a bit. And it's going to come down to 3 or 4 plays, right? And who's going to make those plays? Is it going to be somebody on offense for Washington? Is it going to be a Terry McLaurin? Is it going to be a De'Ami Brown making a catch out of nowhere? Something to that
He's had a couple of those this year.
It's gonna come down to a few plays, or is it gonna be a defensive play like it did this past week with Deron Payne and Kendall Fuller? Either way, it's going to be tight. It's going to be a nail biter. It's going to be a heart-stopping type game, low scoring. I'm going to go 20-19. 20-19.
Who?
New York Giants. Don't kick me out. Don't kick me out, because I'm just telling you what I think. 20-19, New York Giants.
I don't hate it, Stoner. I don't hate it. Don't necessarily agree with it, but I don't hate it.
Okay.
We got a lot of people who are taking the Commanders here. Joseph, 30-20 Commanders. Rail, 24-13 Washington. Commandalorian, 29-24 Good Guys. If we have 29 points, I'd probably be excited even if we did lose.
Right.
Just because that would be something. Gregory is with you, Stoner. 24-20 Giants. Ethan, 20-17 Washington. Shelley, 22-13 Washington. Sean says he hates playing in New York. Redskins Weekly, 2017. Us. Let's go, man. But nervous just like Trev. 23-16 Good Guys from Smitty. Going a little crazy, says Trout. 27-17 Washington. Where are you at with yours, Trev?
I need two things, Stoner. I need the rushing defense and the passing defense.
For whom and whom?
New York and New York.
Okay, New York's passing defense is 16th overall, middle of the pack as you can get. They give up 216 yards a game passing.
Okay.
Rushing defense, 26th. They give up 138.9 yards per game.
The score,
overall, they're 22nd.
The score is going to be 23-16 Washington.
All right.
And by the way, both teams on turnovers are both even Steven 0. 14-14, I believe, for Washington, and 11-11 for.
I think for some odd reason, I think Taylor's going to have a hell of a game for some reason. I think it's going to be a balanced game. I think our running group, no matter who's the lead back, is going to have an efficient day. And I think that's going to cause Taylor to be smart with the ball and take advantage of their passing secondary. They are ranked 16th, but also it's any given Sunday.
I think a lot of that passing defense being ranked 16th is the fact that they're also ranked 26th against the run. Why are you passing against a team that you're running 130 plus yards against? When you're up, 2 scores against them, you're not going to be doing a whole lot.
Exactly, because their passing defense doesn't scare me. So
it's going to be interesting how that breaks out. John is going with the Commanders 30-13. Doug 24-15 Commanders. That's a fun score. 28-14 from Caleb. DMV Mess Hall. Shout out to Tailgate Ted and the rally captain there on DMV Mess Hall. Make sure you check out their channel as well. They provided some of the content we're going to be giving away here when we get to the cool down. But DMV Mess Hall going 21-17 Commanders. Command this podcast 20-19 Commanders going the opposite direction from Stoner. Daniel Jones gets his token 79 yards rushing, smashing the under. I don't think he's going to be rushing over 50 yards against this team. My mom taking 24-17, a newly converted Commanders fan after taking her to the Atlanta game.
Nice.
Let's go.
Gus Bus going Giants 22-20.
Bus. Nathan, where you at?
I've been thinking about this game since the day after reckoning, closing day after reckoning, and I just had this feeling Washington's going to be on the wrong side. They've had a lot of close games. They've gotten lucky in several of them. There's been mistakes that have kind of put them in the position to win. Just this last week, it was a tipped pass for an interception in the red zone, in the end zone. That gave them that victory. Now, the team is doing what it needs to do to get there. And so I was thinking, Washington's going to be on the bad end of this one, 22-18. But then we saw those stats that John Keim put out, and then we saw the stats about the special teams. And I looked up, I was just like, well, how good is Washington special teams? And I see that they're ranked 2nd, that they're just absolutely killing it statistically. And I see that, the Giants are really bad against getting the run. Could you imagine giving a running back like Brian Robinson a 3-yard head start before you have to tackle him? Brian Robinson's going to crush that 2-yard after contact.
Literally,
that the Giants have been giving. So I'm going to flip it. I'm going to go with Washington 22-18.
Wow. I can't believe you had one way. Your tingle was one way, and then you flipped it just based on stats that came out.
No, Stoner, is that really a surprise? I don't do the test, right? I'm a stats guy. I look at the numbers and I say, hey, where's this gonna go?
Yeah.
And I bet on that. When I did the sniff test for my free money that Maryland bettors got, I didn't do that well. Then when I started doing my statistical analysis, I turned $400 free dollars into $400 real dollars. So can't complain with that. I also found out, by the way, guys, I'm not much of a betting man. That's just not my game. It's probably not a surprise for anyone who sticks around for our Dollas, which we will be doing right after we hit that season of giving. All that's coming up right here on The Cool Down.
The Cool Down is brought to you by Manscaped. Ever since my Nathan started using their products, I can't cool down. Fellas, trust me. Go to Manscaped right now and get 20% off and free shipping by using the code REF. Your ladies will appreciate you. Now back to Trev, Stoner, and my Manscaped man, Nathan.
I'm pretty sure that's the reason why we get those little creepy little ads
Bots.
that pop up there. Those bots is EP out there coming back to her Manscaped man. Now we manscaped.com. Make sure you head out there. That's 20% off. You know, if you have somebody who's on the nice list and you want to get them a gift, you can head out to manscaped.com. That's 20% off, free shipping. Maybe you want to put them on the naughty list. Head out to manscaped.com. Use that code REF. Get yourself 20% off and free shipping. Either way, naughty or nice, we've got you covered here.
I was going to say, that might be a really sweet naughty list to be on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, it is time for that season of giving. We did a wonderful job here with our donations. We appreciate everyone. We crushed our goal of $500. We raised $795. A little shy of me sweetening the deal at $1,000, but really, this was our first year doing this. We're going to continue doing this next year. We'll find some another charity to give to. Fisher House is an excellent one, and we're going to help them get to those 100 houses, and that's going to be thanks to you and your donations. So we had a lot of good things to give away. So I want to make sure we give those away.
Let's.
Got my man Stoner off there. Right.
That's all right. I was just saying, let's do it.
All right. So let's go ahead and give that away. That swag bag from Sky Bar.
Hey.
That's gonna be our first item. So again, we had a Ref the District donation. You put in some money. You got yourself some tickets. I got them all right here in this container that I can shake up, and I'm trying to open it up to show you and try not to make a huge mess. But apparently I can't open. There it is. I can't open it up, but there we go. So all these tickets.
Nice.
Again, we appreciate all the donations. I believe our top donator was Ethan.
Oh, hold on.
$140 on 3 donations. So we appreciate you, Ethan.
Awesome.
Doing that. Absolutely.
I do have one item that will be included in the Skybar swag bag that I can show right now.
I want to see this.
So this is our Blue Sky Skybar hoodie. Here's the front, has a logo.
Nice.
And on the back, it has the Sky
There you
Bar.
go.
Nice. Absolutely. Good stuff. Hold on. I got applause. Let me see if I can hit that applause button.
There you go.
Bring it up with the music. There we go. So, Trev, if it's okay with you, I want to sweeten that Sky Bar swag bag.
Okay.
All right. So we have a couple of shirts that were given to us from being season ticket holders that are the Command the Cure.
Yeah.
So, we know that it's very important to the you and your mama stores and everything. So let's throw those 2 medium Command the Cure shirts into that swag bag as well. I have an extra one of these inaugural Commanders towels that I can give away as well.
Throw that in there too.
We'll throw that into there, sweeten that deal. Let's see what we got. You can hear the rattling around.
All
now,
right.
how this is going to work is if you win one of these, the non-grand prizes, you can't win another one. So you can't get the swag bag and then, one of the jerseys or something like that. But you are still eligible for those sweet tickets. And I am going to read off the numbers, and let's see who we got here. I haven't seen this person in the chat today, but let's see how it goes. So that might spoil a little bit, but we got 683015, and this is our man HT Hoan Tran there.
All right.
Sky Bar swag bag.
Nice.
Yeah, you got hoodie,
there,
t-shirt,
HT.
top, more t-shirts, stickers, and it might even be a coupon to the bar for some kind of deal.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Tommy T, don't you worry. Even if you didn't get the email, I have your tickets in here. So you made a Tommy T. Everybody made a $50 donation. He's got 100 tickets in here, so he's got 100 chances to get those sweet tickets and one of those. Gus Bus, we were at $7.95, so we appreciate all the donations to get us there. And if this raffle isn't your bag, don't worry. We still got game predictions coming up. Dolla is on its way. We'll tell you how many yards Daniel Jones is going to make, how many yards Saquon Barkley's going to run for. Is Taylor Heineke going to throw an interception? We'll tell you. We'll make that prediction for you. We'll let you know. Let me put that.
See that coming.
All right, so this is going to be one of our $100 gift cards. Shout out to this is to the Guy Fieri restaurant. Shout out to our man Tailgate Ted, who was able to do that. Make sure you also hit him up at the Hale Barbecue. So if you don't want to put all the work into tailgating, don't worry, he does it for you. Now you have to book quick because he books out every game. So this is a $100 gift certificate to the Guy Fieri restaurant. And we have here ticket number 682943. And that is our man, Anthony, who I think I saw earlier in the chat there. Anthony, congratulations. $100 gift certificate to the Guy Fieri restaurant in DC. For all of these people, we're going to be emailing you, making sure that you do get this. And if you want to give it away to somebody, just let us know. We'll make sure that it gets into the hands of another deserving person. We'll take care of that. So let's get this lid back on. We have another $100 gift card to Guy Fieri's restaurant. Let's see who we got. And let's see here. All right. And I can't pick that one because that one was Anthony again. And like you can't win two of the non-grand prizes. You can win a prize and the grand prize. And here for this one, it is. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is 682297. And this is going to go to the Warham family.
Yay!
The who family?
The Warham family. WHARAM. So congratulations. That's going to feed the family. That's going to be a nice little dinner there at the Guy Fieri restaurant. Love to see it.
Very nice.
Now we got Pacers Running donated a $140 gift card for every run. They've got you taken care of. And I tell you what, even if you're not a runner, I'm not a runner. I hate running. I've been in the Air Force for 19 years. I'm a good runner. I can run a 9 flat mile and a half. I can jog. Even with all my ailments, I ran like an 11-minute mile and a half. Okay. But I still hate running. But these guys put you in the right shoes. All right. They put you in the right shoes. Oh, here we go. Congratulations. You can get this. I guarantee even where you live, anywhere, they will ship it to you. 682016. And that's the Commandalorian.
Commandalorian.
Got yourself a new pair of shoes, $140 gift card. I recommend the Brooks. I know everyone swears by the Hokas, but I tell you what, don't take our word for it. Use their free virtual fitting, and they're going to put you in the right shoes there, Commandalorian. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's for someone in your family. Maybe that's a Christmas gift for them. Maybe you have someone to run. That's going to be your gift. So congratulations, Commandalorian. All right. We've given away all the gift cards. We've given away the swag bag. Let's give away a couple jerseys. First one is from an active player, signed jersey from Charles Leno, number 72. It is a Burgundy Commanders jersey.
That's a big deal, man.
That is a big deal. He's a big dude. Signed jersey from Charles Leno.
He's one of the best dudes
Let's see
ever.
here. Who do we got as I come into this? Let's see.
Hey, Commandalorian needed some new kicks. Nice.
All right, 682551, and that is Dinesh M.
Hey!
Congratulations, got yourself a Burgundy Charles Leno jersey.
Let's go.
All right.
Awesome.
Next jersey, this one is courtesy Stoner. Who this one's from the Collectibles. Could you hit
The Woodbridge
hit that
Collectibles.
Woodbridge Collectibles. I believe this is also kind of one of those things Tailgate Ted helped us hook us up with. So we appreciate both the Woodbridge Collectibles. Make sure you hit them up and give them some big love for donating this. This is a D'Angelo Hall signed game jersey.
Let's go.
So big time, big thing here. Big
Hall.
shake. Let's see who we got is going to win this D'Angelo Hall jersey, number 23. We showed it on stream on Monday, and I can't give it to Anthony. Anthony won a prize earlier.
Sorry.
Man, these guys made some good donations because they're only the tickets I'm pulling up. I got Anthony, the Warham family.
That's
Let's see here.
wild.
Yeah. All right. I told this man he got himself some tickets, even if he didn't see them. 683-113. That's Tommy T.
T.
Tommy T.
Got himself the D'Angelo Hall signed game jersey.
That deserves a wow.
Wow. Yeah. We have everyone's email that made a donation. By the way, we had several people who just anonymously donated. And we just want to show our love to them. We did reach out to those, or tried to reach out to them and see if they wanted to get into the raffle. No one responded back to us, so we appreciate those people who made those anonymous donations. Much, much love. This is it. This is the grand prize. Whoever's name I pick up here is going to get it. Doesn't matter if you got one of the smaller prizes. This is the one. You guys tell me when to stop shaking.
I'm actually liking this.
I know. All right. Don't say nothing, Trev.
La cucaracha, la cucaracha.
I'm going to go ahead and stop shaking. And we'll go ahead and pull in.
Wait.
Let's
2 sweet tickets to the Giants game.
No, what do you mean by that? Like 2 awesome tickets or actual sweet tickets?
Actually, in a suite with the Ref the District crew. Okay. Red zone parking. Okay. So you can tailgate in the red zone. That's where the hog farmers all out there and everything. It's a great spot. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And also free food inside and free non-alcoholic drinks.
Hey, we sipping mocktails all night, baby.
All of that comes with this ticket to this particular winner.
This ticket 6, 8, 2, 8, 4, 9. None other than our top donator, Ethan.
Wow!
Congratulations. You won the 2 free tickets. You get to hang out with the Ref the District crew for free as they take on the New York Giants. You bring whoever you want to and hang out with us. We're going to have a tailgate. You can skip tailgating with us. You can tailgate on your own. You can tailgate with the hog farmers. You can go to the Hale Barbecue, but you're going to come upstairs and you're going to watch the game with us.
Hey, you know what, Ethan?
Great game.
Drinks and food are on us.
Drinks and non-alcoholic drinks.
Yeah.
Or food and non-alcoholic
Good
drinks.
job, Ethan. Let's go.
Nice.
Let's go.
Again, congratulations to
everyone.
Ethan, all the winners that we have. Stoner's kept track of those. We'll get those emails out. We appreciate everyone who's made donations.
Yes.
Much love. The thing is still open. Even if you're not going to do the raffle, now that the raffle's done, don't hesitate to give to the Fisher House because they are an excellent organization and they take care of our military and our veterans. So make sure you get out there and make some donations. So congratulations to all. We appreciate it. Again, we'll be doing something next year. Season of Giving is going to come back for the month of November. If you have a charity that you would like us to kind of focus on, make sure you just hit us up and we'll take a look at it and try to see what we can do for them next year. Now, kind of wind down from that excitement. Let's get in these game predictions. Some Dolla here. How we already had our game. Stoner, you were going against the Burgundy and Gold.
What are the dollar standings right now? Like who's?
I'm going to do that during the bye week. We'll have an update.
Bye week.
Oh, we need something to talk about during the bye week.
He ain't winning, Stoner. That's what that means. He ain't winning.
I'm not as high as I would like to be. There was a week that Trev took off, and I lost all my easy money.
Yeah. I picked up some easy money last week. Trev had three and out predictions.
Yeah, Trev, you weren't here during the day after reckoning when we're doing our pay up. And I was ahead
conveniently,
right? And you actually had money, and then you made these three and out bets or something like that. You lost every single one of them. Stoner went from broke to actually having money, and you went from having money to not having money.
Well, gambling. They don't call it gambling for nothing.
All right.
Let's get to it.
Gregory, shout out to all our vets, which I might have leaked about me being one, but also Stoner as a retired Air Force vet. We got Steve and a lot of content creators actually have some military ties, and obviously we appreciate everything they do, even if they didn't join the Air Force. It's all right. You're smart enough to be watching us right now, and that's what we appreciate. All right, little rivalry there between services. Got some ones in here already. We got B-Rob, 110 total yards.
I mean, I'm going way under.
You're going way under? How way under?
I mean, he had over
109 or less.
No, give us a number, Stoner.
110.
You said way under 110.
Okay. I'm
you see
I'm
this?
going
you see what he's trying to
109.
do, Trev? Yeah. Give us a number.
109.
Let me ask. All right, let's change this up because he's not backing down. Trev, do you think that B-Rob's going to have 110 total yards? That's total yards. That's
No.
both rushing and receiving. You don't think he's going to have that?
No.
Steven, appreciate your service. 9 years Air Force.
No, I don't. I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
No.
All right. If I say no, that means Stoner has to give us a number.
109.
You said way under.
You said way under. We all just said he's not going to hit 110 total yards.
Okay. I'm still going under if you say 99.
Stoner, you're ridiculous. How about 75?
Oh, I'll say under 9. I'll say 99.
You'll say
If I said 75 total yards.
Oh,
total yards?
Total
Rushing
yards. No, total
Oh,
yards.
it's total yards now. Oh, okay.
Not now. That's what it is. You look at it this way.
you're right.
Rob, 110
Right.
total yards. I'm just sticking with it. 75 total yards. That's way under 110.
dang! You know what?
No, I'm not going under that.
Yeah, I'm not going under that either. I'm good.
How about 80?
How about 99?
No. That 199 is not way under 110.
Okay.
85, Stoner?
How much?
85 final offer, total yards.
90.
85
All
final
right.
offer.
We're out.
All right,
Daniel Jones.
Trev. Moving on. All right.
Yeah,
Trout.
you're right.
By the way, I actually did like B-Rob 110 total yards, but I'm trying to see how much I can get from Stoner, and
Not touching it.
he's not playing ball here. Trout saying 3 sacks on Daniel Jones. What are his sack numbers? That's actually something I
I
didn't
got him
look
right
up.
here. Last 2 games, 3-2. Well, all games, 3-2, 3-5, 1-4, 1-1, 5-3-5.
So, no
So,
more than
but
five.
let's say the last 4 games, he's been sacked a total of 13 times.
Oh.
So he's averaging right at about 3 sacks a game in the last 4. I think they will get to Daniel Jones. I will go over on 3 sacks. I think this is a game that they can get to Daniel Jones. I didn't think they could get to Mariota, but I think they will get to Daniel Jones.
What are
Anyone?
you thinking, Trev?
Yeah, I think at least 3.
We're all on here for 3.
Yeah, we're all on
How
there.
about 4? Are we all on here for 4?
Yep. We can get 4.
Yes, I would say 4.
How about
That's-
5?
No, I'm not going to 5.
Meaning,
I'll say
Go to
under 5.
nah.
Yeah, I think 4 is probably the sweet spot for that. If you went 3.5, what do you guys think of 3.5? Do you think they are going to hit 4?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'll take the under on that.
You'll take the under on 4,
Yes.
or so 3.5 sacks, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying 3. Trev, where are you at on this one? You thinking they're going to get to him for a 4th time?
Yeah.
I'm going to be with Stoner on this one. I think 3's right on the money. I think that's about where they're going to be. It's going to be tricky if it's a design QB run. That's not a sack, right? That's not how that gets tagged
Tackle
Right.
for
in the system. And I think they might do a few designed runs. And I don't trust Daniel Jones. I don't have to trust Daniel Jones because I'm not a Giants fan, but I don't trust him to get the ball out quick, which is where Washington's defensive line has had problems getting to the QB, is when they get that out. DMV Mess Hall telling us Daniel Jones, 3rd most sacked QB in the NFL. Yeah. Ooh, maybe I want to change it now. Maybe I'm with Trev. No, I'm gonna stick with just the 3 sacks. Smitty. Taylor Heineke over 40 yards rushing. Hitting the under. Hitting the under.
Yeah, under.
How about Daniel Jones over 40 yards rushing?
Over?
Yes.
I'll go under 50. Would you how about 49.5 if I put the over under at 49.5? I'm taking the under.
Right. 45.
Over
Split
under
the difference.
49.5. Trev, where are you at? Do I at least get you in this?
Yeah, he's going to do under 50.
Under 50? Okay, so we're all hitting the under. We've got to figure out the over then. What did you put it at, Stoner?
I'll go over 45.
So 45.5 or
Yeah.
44.5?
You said, yeah,
45.5?
Just saying over 45. So yeah, so 45 and a half.
Well, we need a. I'm trying to.
You can have that extra half yard.
Half yard. Okay, so I will take the under on that one.
Okay.
Trev, where are you at? 45.5.
Under.
All right, that makes me a little less excited about my bet now.
I got one.
You got one?
All right.
Yep. Taylor Heineke throws 0 interceptions,
I'll
What?
take it. Oh,
comma, fumbles it and loses it.
that's very specific.
I'm going to take it.
Yeah, I'm going to take it.
Because it's super specific about this.
Okay.
So now we lose, though, Stoner, if he gets
A pick.
we win if he gets a pick because you said 0 interceptions.
Right.
Right.
If he throws a pick, we win. And if
Yeah.
he doesn't fumble, we win. This is just a great bet for Stoner and I. These are the parlays.
But if he throws no picks and loses the fumble, then
then you win. Congratulations. You hit your parlay. This is interesting because Joseph said Taylor Heineke throwing 2 interceptions.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
I don't think he throws 2.
I don't think he does
He's
either.
throwing 0.
I can see 1. I'm really only taking your bet, Trev, because you have to hit both legs on that.
And I'm going to do
A
it.
lot of people did like that 110. Even Steven here, I'd go 110 B-Rob if he wasn't splitting so many carries with Gibby. I think he can hit that without having to split those carries. Metaphor, Dolla, Tressway punts 1 inside the 5. And, we got another parlay here. Joey Sly makes a 50-plus yard field goal. I'd go against this one.
Yeah.
30
I will
yards.
say that Joey Sly doesn't miss a kick.
I'm with you, Stoner. I believe in him.
I think he will miss a kick.
All right, there we go.
The Giants.
Any Tressway punts? I feel like we need a Tressway punt one in here. Let me check out Tressway's.
I got one for Tressway.
You got one?
He will draw a penalty at some point during the game on one of his punts. It'll either be running into the kicker or roughing, but he will draw one.
I'm going to go against that.
So am I.
Golly.
It happens all the time.
How about this? Tress Way will have at least 1 punt under 45 yards.
Oh, like a shanker?
He will. Nope. It's not going to be a shanker. It's going to be
a shorter punt.
It's just going to be a shorter punt. He's going to punt from like our 45, and it's going to be at landing like the 20 or something like that.
I see you, Stoner. Okay.
Yeah, no, he is averaging 47.3 yards on punting.
Okay.
He is tied for second of inside the 20-yard punts. How about this? I'm going to say that he has at least 2 punts inside the 20.
Nah, that's too easy.
Yeah,
Of course he will.
Yeah, he will.
How about this? 47.3 is his average. He averages less than 47.3 for the day.
He will.
Is it going to be cold that day?
The temperature,
so.
I just
Well,
had this.
temperature's gonna be fine.
Temperature is actually going to be reasonable.
50-ish.
47 degrees.
Yeah.
And partly cloudy.
Oh, that's in New York. You check in New York?
It is in New York. Yes,
Okay.
of course I'm checking New York.
You
You think I'm an amateur?
Come on, 47.3. He'll be under that
I'll
average.
put the under.
I'm not touching that, dog.
All
How
right.
about
Just-
under 5 punts?
Ooh, under 5 punts?
Under 5 punts.
So
4
Yeah,
or
I'll take
less.
that. I'll take that.
You think we'll go over Stoner?
Well, yeah, just no.
thinking
Has to
5
be
or more.
5 or over.
Yeah. By the way, the team is undefeated when he has 4 or less punts.
You said under 5 punts?
I said under 5 punts.
He'll have more than 5 punts.
Okay.
Well, you only have to go with 5 or more.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right.
5 or
All
more.
right, Trev's with me.
Caleb doing the work of Trev here. Washington scores first offensive drive.
Not happening.
Not even a field goal?
No, we go 3 and out on our first drive. It's a division game.
Nah, I'm not touching that this time.
3 and out, first drive, baby. 3 and out.
You're gonna
Or
have to
a-
wait for the
on a
Saturday
turf.
game. Oh my goodness. Scoring not even a field goal? I wonder what the odds
Scott
are.
Turner's gonna battle the play action play on
Probably
the first
good
play of the
odds.
drive.
Like plus 230 or something like that. That they just score points on their opening drive.
It ain't happening. We're going 3 and out. You know that.
Caleb, I'm not going to take it there. I'm not going to go against it, but man, I feel like that's a good one to put on your like parlay to give yourself some extra juice. We'll see. Smitty, Terry goes for over 99 yards.
I'm with you on that.
Oh, no chance.
I'm on the under. I'm on the under.
I think for some, I don't know why. I just feel like we're going to annihilate
Joseph,
them.
I think is closer to this 50 total yards.
For who? Terry?
Terry.
No, he'll have more than 50.
Yeah, he'll probably
I
he'll be in
think
that
over
sweet
50
spot.
is fine. Yeah, 50
Yeah,
to 65
50 to
range is
70.
where I'm expecting him to be. I think 99 would be crazy good. Would love Terry to go that far, but Smitty, I'm going to go against the 99. So Stoner and I were against that. Trev was with it, right?
Mhm.
Metaphor going back to the punts. 2 punts inside the 10.
I'm not touching any more punts.
I'm not touching any more punts.
Inside
I got
the
one.
15?
No.
I'm not
2 of them
touching
inside the
any
15?
Yes.
2 of them what? 2 of them killed inside the 15, or do they catch it at the 15?
That they're downed within the 15.
That they're downed within the
Yeah.
15.
That's how,
2 of
because
them.
that's even how the punts inside the 20 count.
Yeah,
They can't just be caught at the 15-yard line and they run it out.
yeah,
They have
sure.
to be downed there. So
I just want to make sure, just checking. No, I want none of that.
none of that. Going to be a good.
I
good
got
punting
one
day.
last one.
Okay.
Saquon goes over 100.
I'm with you, Stone.
100 yards rushing.
100 yards rushing. Just rushing.
No. I'm against you, Stone. That didn't happen. He'll get 97. I'm going to laugh and laugh and laugh.
Man, Trev, why'd you have to go with it? Now I'm having to walk.
I'm not with it.
I know, but I'm saying is you went against it because I wanted to go against it, but now like you're against it and you got a lot of ground to catch up on Dolla bets, my man.
Don't be scared, Nathan.
I'm
Come
not.
on.
I'm gonna take the under one on that one too. I think
Okay.
Saquon has a good day rushing, but stops just shy of 100 yards.
He'll kill us in the first half. We'll figure it out second half. Boom.
We got ourselves a lot of anytime touchdown bets going on right now. We got Cole Turner with his first NFL TD from Metaphor. We got a Terry TD, Logan Thomas TD, and B-Rob for 2 touchdowns.
You know, I like that. But
I've got one for you.
Okay.
No rushing TDs for
Oh,
Washington.
I'm taking that one.
Oh, wow. I think we get one. So I'm taking it too. I think we'll do 1 passing, one scoring, the rest of field goals again, of course.
Yeah, I think this game's going to be a lot on the ground. I do think we're going to see maybe this is going to be a Cole Turner running out that Bates route that he got on that touchdown.
How about that offensive tackle, Stoner? Catching passes out there.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Well, apparently other people are talking about him.
I know. It's getting recognized around.
Jahan Dotson getting one reception. I like
Man, I bet on 3 targets last week and didn't even get 3 targets.
1 reception. He has to catch the ball once.
Yeah,
There's
he'll catch
a lot of talk
He'll get
on
one.
I think so too. Trev, I'm going to talk on the Jahan Dotson. If you wanted to make a bet, just pause real quick. But the Jahan Dotson thing's getting a lot of traction right now. A lot of people are upset because he was lighting the world on fire with Carson Wentz, non-existent, just like most of the passing game with Taylor Heineke under center since he's been back.
Yeah.
But Scott Turner came out and talked about this. They're running a lot more these 3 tight end sets. They're running a lot more 2 back sets. They're not getting the ball out vertically like they were those first couple of games where he was finding that success. Now, I think Ron Rivera actually was not Scott Turner, but Ron, I still want to see the ball in his hands. We have some shifty wide receivers. We have some players. If you get the ball in space, they can do something. Let's find ways to make them get that ball in space.
I agree with you.
Dotson definitely getting 1 catch.
Like, why don't we give Curtis Samuel a breather? We got that man running all over the field before the ball snap. Why can't we make Jahan Dotson do that?
He's maybe I feel like Curtis Samuel, despite the fact that he was injured all of last year, is built a little bit better for those runs than Jahan Dotson. I don't even like Terry doing something.
I hate Terry doing those. For one, he's not that.
Not me.
He's not like agile and quick twitch like Curtis Samuel and Jahan Dotson.
Definitely not quick titted.
He's
that's what you said.
I said quick twitch.
First,
did I say titted?
Yeah, first, and then you.
My bad. I didn't mean to say titted.
The metaphor, Dolla Taylor is pulled after halftime for Carson. Maybe injury or non-injury related. It's not happening.
No,
it's not happening.
And also, and to the point, when the play passes are dialed up, Taylor doesn't read, man. He just looks for Terry, and that's it. So that's also a reason why Jahan's not getting.
Well, I mean, he's got the Taylor Heineke. He's got the shirt. Terry's out there somewhere.
I don't like that. But anyways, I got Dolla. De'Ami Brown wears 2 mouth guards again this week.
I bet he doesn't.
He got questions.
2 mouth guards?
Yeah, so at the game he wore a yellow and a light Carolina blue because he misplaced the black one. So we went with the light blue. And he wore it to be a trendsetter and for drip and swag. He literally said that. He was interviewed why he was wearing 2 mouth guards. And he said usually that's 1 hang, so he added another one to let hang, and he wears another one. But then he lost one of them in the game, and he got mad about it. And I'm like, bro, really? You're wearing 2 pairs of gloves that one game. Remember that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
It was a yellow. We thought it was a flag. And then now you're wearing 2 mouth guards.
I mean, it's no big hat from B-Rob, but it is what it is here. We got to return Dolla. That's usually Stoner's neck of the woods. This time, instead of a kickoff return, it's a punt return, 20 yards. I mentioned the change up in punt returners with Dax Milne sitting. Special teams unit is one of the best.
I think we're the best at covering.
It is more of a coverage in a kicking rather than.
Mark Erickson gonna be back there over 20 yards.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Gregory?
I don't think he's going to go over 20, but
you know what?
All right, then Stoner and I are going to take the under and get an easy dollar, right?
All I need is a 21-yard return, Alex. That's all I need, bro.
Yeah.
21.
Got some faith in our boys back there retrieving the kicks. Washington wins the coin toss and defers. I think they've been winning a lot of these coin tosses, haven't they?
All the time, I feel like. Mm-hmm.
I don't like betting on a coin toss.
No, I'm not betting on.
Yeah, gonna stick with it from that. Steven making fun here, but I'm going to read it anyways. The Sean Taylor mannequin comes to life, hops a flight to New York, and intercepts Daniel Jones.
Oh my God, that thing is atrocious.
Roger, absolutely hail to our beloved Redskins football team, Commanders. Love our burgundy and gold.
We need a big hat for the pod, you guys. We all need big hats.
They're probably sold out now. They've been selling like hotcakes.
Here's the problem. Those hats don't come in Washington hats.
I know you got to customize it and make it
customize it on your own.
Yeah, I saw JP made one for one of their friends. It was $75 for one.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
You make the donation and super chat, and we'll make sure we'll make sure.
Can you see us now to screen with big hats?
We'll get that one, Commander Lauren. People make the super chat donations. Apparently, it's $75, and we'll get there. Dolla first commercial after Giants first drive 3 and out will be Progressive Flow. That's super specific. probably going to happen. What do you guys think? Can the defense hold the Giants to a 3-and-out on their first drive?
Yes.
No.
All right, we got another one in there. Joseph, 4 total turnovers in the game.
I could.
I would take the under on this.
Yeah, I am too. We haven't been a part of any multiple like 4 turnover games, really, have we? Maybe.
Well,
3.
we did against Houston. Houston, we had the 3 turnovers.
Okay, but never like more than that. Yeah,
I'm out.
Houston was 4. You're not even going to get in there. Everyone's out.
Yeah. I'm out of Dollars.
Oh man, Metaphor,
Oh.
$75 is the base price. Non-custom, once you customize, it's 30 to 50 more. Okay, we need some big donations for that to happen. Absolutely. We will be streaming the game, doing some play-by-play and commentary. Stoner is listed as questionable, but we're hoping that he makes it there. I might be on slight delay, so we might not be doing it at 12:30 like we normally do. We might push it to like 12:45, give myself some time. But Trev and I will hold down the fort if Stoner can't make it. We hope to have all 3, and we hope to have you there because we love to chat with our fans and love the reactions. Everything goes well, much, much better when we do it all together because honestly, it's really great. What you got there, Trev?
I know this is Commander pretty much center to focal, but it's Wednesday, so we talk about other DC sports real quick. Rui is being rumored of being shopped. What is going on, you guys, in the Wizards land? Are we trading Rui for Jay Crowder? That's what I've been hearing. It's the latest.
No.
Are we trading anybody? Are we trading anybody? Like,
yes, but you're not trading Rui for Jay Carter. I'll take $1 on that.
No, I don't want that. I'm just floating around.
You got to shop somebody. They've got too many.
Who we shopping? And we'll be getting back.
You can shop anybody except the big 3.
Beal, Kuzma, and KP.
Washington, the Wizards are doing a lot better than I think some people expected. We'll probably have to do a nice little trade talk video. Let us know in the comments if that's something that you want to see. Of course, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and catch us on Sunday. And then the day after Reckoning on Monday. We appreciate everyone jumping in the chat today. And as always,
yeah, man,
be a fan.
Beat the job.